The night Lina found out she was pregnant, the rain would not stop falling. It tapped softly on the old zinc roof as she sat on the edge of the bed, holding the small test in her shaking hand. Her heart beat fast, not from fear of the child, but from fear of the man sleeping beside her. Mark. Mark had always been clear. "I am not ready for a child," he used to say, his voice hard like stone. "A baby will slow me down. I want freedom." Lina had nodded every time, swallowing her own dreams. She loved children. She loved the idea of tiny feet running across the floor, of warm arms around her neck. But she loved Mark more, or so she thought. That night, she did not wake him. She lay down quietly, tears soaking into the pillow, whispering to the unborn life inside her, "I will protect you." Morning came too soon. When Lina finally told Mark, his face changed. The warmth she once knew disappeared, replaced by cold anger. He stood up slowly, as if the words had slapped him. "You did this on purpose," he said. "No, Mark," Lina cried. "I swear, I didn't. I warned you," he shouted. "I told you I don't want a child." Neighbors later said they heard Lina begging. They heard her crying. What they did not hear was mercy. By sunset, Lina stood outside the house with a small bag of clothes, her hand resting on her belly. The door closed behind her with a sound that felt louder than thunder. Mark did not look back. Days later, news spread quickly. Mark had married again. Her name was Ruby. Ruby was beautiful in a sharp way. Her smile was sweet, but her eyes never smiled. She laughed loudly, wore expensive clothes, and spoke kindly only when others were watching. Mark felt proud walking beside her. People congratulated him. They told him he had made the right choice. No child, a fresh start. But peace did not live in that house. Ruby loved money more than love. She counted Mark's savings every night, asked questions about his business, and slowly took control. Mark trusted her. After all, she was his wife. One morning, Mark went to the bank and felt his chest tighten. His account was almost empty. When he returned home, the house was silent. Ruby was gone. Her clothes were gone. His documents were gone. So was his money. Mark sat on the floor for hours, staring at the walls. For the first time, the house felt too big, too empty. Meanwhile, Lina's life had taken a different road. Thrown out with nothing, she had walked until her feet hurt. A kind old woman named Grace found her crying by the roadside and took her in. Grace listened to Lina's story without judging. She gave her food, shelter, and something Lina had not felt in a long time: hope. Lina gave birth to a baby boy. She named him Noah. Noah's cry was strong, like he was announcing his arrival to the world. Lina held him close and promised him a better life. She worked hard, sewing clothes and later opening a small shop with Grace's help. Life was not easy, but it was honest. Years passed. Noah grew into a bright, gentle boy. He laughed easily and loved his mother deeply. Lina often watched him sleep and wondered how anyone could reject such a blessing. One afternoon, Mark walked through the market. Thinner, quieter, older. His pride was gone. His eyes were tired. Then he saw them. Lina was standing by a shop, smiling as Noah ran toward her shouting, "Mama!" Mark froze. The world seemed to stop moving. That child, those eyes, they looked just like his. Lina saw him too. Their eyes met. For a moment, the past returned. The pain, the tears, the night she was thrown out. Mark opened his mouth to speak, but no words came out. Noah held Lina's hand and looked up at the stranger. "Mama, who is that?" Lina knelt and pulled Noah close. Her voice was calm, steady, strong. "No one you need to worry about." Mark felt something break inside him. That night, he did not sleep. Regret sat on his chest like a heavy stone. He remembered Lina's tears. He remembered the rain. He remembered choosing money and freedom over love and life. The next day, Mark returned. He stood before Lina and bowed his head. "I was wrong," he said, his voice shaking. "I lost everything. Please, forgive me." Lina looked at him for a long time. "I forgave you a long time ago," she said softly, "but forgiveness does not mean returning to pain." She held Noah's hand and turned away. Mark stood there, alone, understanding too late that the child he rejected had become the richest part of his life, and the life he threw away had become whole without him. And so, Lina walked forward, not as a woman who was once rejected, but as a mother who chose love and found strength where she least expected it.